back again. What's up? Yeah. What's up? Yeah. Round control. Oh. Snack. Yeah. Well, maybe I can do. Oh, your man never sleeps. Your man never sleeps. Leland. Captain Leland Cook. How's it going, bro? I'm eating. Where did it? I'm eating cheese. I'm eating Mexican style cheese. And the more I eat, the more I sound like Aposandre cosa de Apandrasito. Yeah. Oh, just as I was saying that feels like I got run over by a freight train. Oh, but that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. It's 6 o'clock. Something like that. Oh, well, good. Yeah, I'm gonna drink a lot more water today, and you drink all the other crap and not enough water, then you have issues. And become cranky. I don't want to become cranky. No, so today we get as much stuff as I can in the old storage unit. Yep, that's the plan, man. That is the plan. Get as much stuff as I can. Yeah. Oh. I used to be 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 people showing up. I don't know what. I guess the algorithm or I don't know. It's fine. No big deal. No big deal. How's the ma'am doing, bro? Hope the ma'am is doing better. Oh, don't you worry about it. It's all right. I understand. You don't have to apologize. You got it. You can watch the live stream, watch the recap. Yeah. It went better than I even thought it was going to go. It was very quite magical. I'll find some nice little container to put his ashes in, and won't be today. I won't take his ashes till late today, but it's just too much to grasp at one time. Yeah. Yeah. I think what I need to do is start doing my little invention stuff, putting stuff together, and that right there is very rewarding to do that. Working with your hands. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, man. Lee, I'll be honest with you, yesterday, I could have used, like, if I had a significant other woman in my life, I could have used her big time. It's like, I was really feeling really bad. So, the two women I'm been talking to, video chats and stuff, I was told them, and fast I said, I could really use someone to talk to, and they never, that's how it is, It's just, seems like, especially women, when you need them the most, they're absent. They're MIA, missing in action. So that kind of made me think, you know what? I would have less pain if I would just leave them alone for now and just wait till whenever it happens. But yeah, I don't have any friends or family members, bro. I don't have really no one out here. I did go to AA, and those people are nice and everything, but they're not. They're just, I don't know. I just, what I mean. You just need that when something really hits you hard. It's nice to have someone in your corner where you can have that human touch. And now that I'm, becoming alive, like before I started drinking, started becoming alive. But I will substitute that. I know exactly what I've got to do. I will just substitute it and change, do things differently, and just avoid. Kind of like what I was saying, well, treat everyone the same, no matter what, on the channel. And us men, then we have a tendency, because especially as single men, we tend to kind of put women on a pedestal, and we shouldn't do that. We really shouldn't. They don't fucking deserve it. They don't. So now I know that these two are not my friends, and because it'd be kind of like, like if I said to you, Lee, yesterday, I said, Lee, I need to want to talk on the phone or whatever, and you do it, as a friend, as a male friend. But what I really needed yesterday was a female. I needed that female companionship. I don't know. I can't explain it, but yeah. Hey, bro, I know that. I appreciate it. I know that. I feel the love, and I'm glad that I didn't shut it down, because I got deceived by that weirdo. and glad I didn't shut it down. So it'll be the same today. It's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. Try to laugh as much as we can, and I'll just hold off on going to the lake. That I don't have the energy right now to do that. I choose not to. It's just too much. So it'll be another day when I bring his ashes out there. Yeah. But at least we got that accomplished. It's done. And most people wouldn't even think about doing what I did, but I have the ability to do these things. And you know, I feel pretty damn good. I got the temperature just right for basically 12-pound cat to reduce to nothing. Yeah. No, I didn't see Michael yesterday. He's been sporadic. I don't know if it's an issue with something going on with No, I didn't. I was kind of, a little concerned. Usually he pops up like right about now, or like the previous live stream I did, like 3 a.m. So I don't know. Just someone needs to go ahead and knock on his door. Hey, look at the crumpets. They got crumpets for you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm backing off the female thing. I will wait. I'll know when the lady that is meant for me. I'll know when she's on my life. It'll be smooth. Everything will be smooth. It won't be, And, yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because if someone has to focus and do something in their life, they don't have time to check in and leave comments or listen with the earbuds to someone constantly yapping about this or everyone, 'Cause, sometimes I get loud. If someone's in a relaxed state of mind, they don't need to be listening to shit like that. I think I'm gonna probably ah, that's a fucking great idea. Women that have like-minded interests, like with the paranormal and someone close by, because this long distance shit, it's really a big risk because you don't know who, this person might say who they are, and obviously, I don't have the money to spend thousands of dollars for someone I really don't know to come here. And mind you, the one young lady who said she said nothing about what she's independent. She wouldn't accept any money from me. So she has her own financial ability to come over here. So that's what she wants to do, and by all means, but yeah, so uh, coffee. Uh, There you go. There you go. And I was very vulnerable yesterday, man. When when I went picked up his little, carried his little body over here, and first I was going to bury him, and I said no. I started walking toward the forge, and I put him in the kiln and the kiln in there, and started covering him up with very flammable stuff. And then I decided, well, I need to go and invite you guys. And it's no big deal that I know that you had rest and everything. That's one thing you'll never see me. I'm not stuffy. I'm very understanding. And because I always look at it this way, okay, the man probably spent a lot of time with his mother. It was very taxing. And I never get hurt or shit like that. I'm not, I've changed. I'm not like I used to be. I used to be an asshole. I used to be demanding because I got that from my mother. And it took me years till I was about 60 years old to totally get it out of my system. So yeah. I do have a lot of friends on Facebook. I mean, that I have met. And I'm thinking about going to play my. And there's 2 or 3 women that really are very interested. I haven't been on Facebook lately though, because I just. However, if I could find a woman that doesn't have like a bunch of shit going on in her life, doesn't have like a bunch of fucking family members that are dictating this, that are judgmental, I can't have that. I need to find a woman that is willing to, her and I can focus on our energy. And doesn't, if this woman has a narcissistic bitch mother, that is not an option. Because those witches can be the worst thing. So yeah, I'm going to. This weekend should be a lot of venues for me to play the electric. Not only that, I can play the keyboard, but right now the banjo and the electric is pretty damn. What do you think of the banjo? How I'm playing the banjo here recently? Is that pretty good, or what do you think? I don't know if you've seen the recent thing where I put the video of the banjo, but I'm going to go ahead and fast probably until 2 p.m. and just drink black coffee, and because I've got a lot of toxins, too much sugar, too much of that. Brother, I appreciate the shit out of you. I do, and you're one of the funniest men. In fact, I used to go and just take friends to do. If I had a gig with comedy, we would double up. I would take a friend, but like I'd love to take you to, because sometimes it's not just music. I have gigs with comedy, and that's very lucrative. I mean, and I always get if I do 2, like me and you, if we go out there and do that, I charge a proper amount for you, so that way you can get your cut. But oh yeah, they definitely and some of these women, are very hot. I think some of them are single still, and I've been out of it. I'm not kidding you. I've got 400 friend requests that I just have ignored, and because I just have been busy. So I'll go through them and check them out. There is a young lady that I would say that I love her, but the problem is it's the attachment. She's Romanian. She's younger than me. She's 5 years younger than me. And we had a great relationship. I mean, the best sex and everything, Problem is her 2 daughters, well, the one daughter, he fucking totally had a sex change, right? Totally fucked himself up and started having health issues. So guess what? She didn't have time for me. She had to deal with that bullshit. And the other daughter was a hoe. So I said to her, I said, listen, I'm not going to be able to do this. I would love to have this relationship, but so I had to step away. So I just couldn't deal with it. Yeah, I need to get out there and meet these people again. Now that they've never heard me play, I would play the keyboard, and I was like, okay, but they have never heard me play the electric. So, uh, yeah, yeah, definitely. Charities, perhaps. I love to do charities. Oh, in fact, yeah, I forgot to tell you, I might have one if the guy can arrange it. He's going to try to put it together. Something to do with what is that disease the kids get? It's a cancer, but it's very rare. But anyway, he asked me. He said, "Would you be willing to do a charity for?" He said a week. He said a week, and it'll be different places throughout the country. And he said he's going to try to put. He's got a lot of friends, and he thinks that it'll be an auction. People will be auctioning money, and he says, as good as I am, that it'll be kind of like we'll go in there and kind of we'll just do me. I'll do mediocre shit, right? And then all of a sudden I'll zip it. You know how when I start with my guitar, I just do mediocre shit, and all of a sudden it's fucking off the chart. Um, so let's go and grab some coffee, bro. I really appreciate you being with me. Let me grab some coffee and some coffee and crumpets. I stood want to get some crumpets. Hey, the crumpets, my captain. And then ate all the crumpets. Ah, no crumpets. I want to sing and sorry, Lee. I want to sing and dance. I do the hokey pokey and sorry, Lee. You know, I know that song. I wish shit out of you. Oh, Timber. Sorry, Lee. I didn't mean you to walk the plank. Oh man. There he is. Arr. Yeah, man. Yeah, he just wasn't blowing hot air. This guy's a millionaire. Excuse me. And yeah, he's got connections. Shorts. I don't want to wear those damn speedos. I wore those my underwear to AA, and boy, the ladies were looking. The Under Armour, they're not quite well. I guess you could say they're underwear. Wore those. Oh. Hang on a second there. I'll be right there. Hey, kitty. Hi. Hi, kitty. Want to go see Lee? Come here. Let's go see Lee. Come on. Come on, Chisora. Let's go see Lee. Let's go say hi, Lee. Lee wants to cheat. Lee wants to cheat. And she does. Let's go see Lee. We say, hi, Lee. I'm Cheat. I'm Cheat. There you go. There's the cheat. Ah, where's the lights now? Say hi, Lee. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Look right over here. There it is. There's me right there. Yeah. There he is. There he is. Yeah, Cheech just, you could tell he was, you could tell he's grieving for his little chickies. Um, Tripod. Oh, I'm coming in where the Keith, where'd he go? Keith is we're trying to save you, mate. Keith is on it. Where is it, Keith? There he is. Oh, there we go. We got you. We got him, Keith. He's right here. Yes, he is. We got him right here. We got him here. There we go. The hell. Get your butt out of my face. So you want to cheat, huh? Do you want to cheat? Peekaboo. He said peek. Oh, he loves peekaboo. He said peekaboo. He said peekaboo. Peekaboo. So he's sitting up there last night where Scoot is. Yeah. Cats, they seem to understand. What are you doing? How much you love us? But I'll when another cheat pops out, I'll put them in a little envelope and send them your way. Can you have cats in your? Do you have an apartment or a house, or can you have cats there, bro? Yeah, there he goes. This is what he usually does. He'll do that, and then he loves when I do this to him. Like, put it in the head like that. Yes, I do. Put it right here, and like that, and then just what he likes. He just yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's something else. You gotta get Lee a chichia pet. Yeah, gotta be a chichia pet for Lee. Oh yeah, gotta be a chichia pet. That way, when the man comes home, she can give her some healing. Yeah, that's right. Oh, definitely. They'll be. Believe me, he's got a strong genetics. So he's and his mother. Oh, the mother is beautiful, loving. So she's about to drop kittens. So yeah, I don't know how we would do that. How could we? I guess it wouldn't be too much to send a kitten, a live animal. You can check into it. Be glad to send you a Cheech. Of course, I'll make sure spend some time with it here, make sure it's healthy, get it shots for you. But no, we're not taking his balls. No balls, I say, right? No balls. In fact, I was talking to a neighbor, and their little Chihuahua, he's got balls. And it was funny. The other dog, they took his balls out, and he died. The brother died, and he only lived 4 years. And yeah, I would want to die if I didn't have balls. Hell yeah. Got balls and crumpets. Get that over. Cats are very clean though. They don't smell. Even when you put your butt in my face, huh? You don't smell. Yeah. How you doing? Woohoo! What are we doing today? What you want to do? He probably wants to go to Dollar General and pick out some cat food. Okay. Woo! I see. He doesn't claw. He doesn't bite. He's just very loving. Yeah. Ron, where is Michael? Michael's usually here. And it's not right. Not good without Michael. Then we all start cutting up and having fun. Like Walnut, he hasn't been showing up a whole lot. But it's all right. It'll start coming together. What are you doing? What are you doing? You love me. Do you love me? You love me. Do you love me? That hurts his ears. Yeah. All right. right, let's get up and get some coffee. Come on, Chief. Let's go. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, okay, I understand. Did you have a dog, or do you have a dog? I know Michael does. He's got a fluffy, like a little poodle or something. Yeah, yeah. It's probably going to take me about 3 or 4 days to heal from my hip injury that I have, but it's all right. It's getting better already. Just resting last night. Alrighty, time to conquer the day. Time to conquer the day. Over here. Shorts on here. And then, and I'll probably go out there and get some more mushrooms for my coffee. I do like that mushroom coffee. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. So the lake was good. It was really good yesterday. Since I've been doing a live stream, I don't watch movies like I was. I don't miss them. But I kind of wish there was a way. Maybe we can do it this way. We can watch the same movie and kind of comment about it. You know what I mean? What do you say about that? Does that sound like a good idea, bro? That would be fun. All of us do that. That would really be find a really good movie. Thing is it would have to be silent for me, or they couldn't want to the AI. If it picks up, it'll pick up the copyright thing. But yeah, so put you over here, and I'm glad I have a storage unit to put stuff in. And I do want to pick up the guitar. I love playing my guitar. By the way, how's it going with your guitar? You really have a talent, bro. Big time. Have a really good talent. Man. Oh, here we go. Ooh, that's better. Oh, it is. Top hat. No, we're staying, bro. This channel is our channel. You got to stay because a lot of us need each other. But I got deceived by a man who said he was a woman, and also to boot said, "Oh yeah, was projecting to be the mother and the daughter down in Australia." Well, I hired a private investigator because he got hot and heavy and was pissing me off. So he got the information, and this guy has been scamming young men, taking their money, shit like that. So he might be in prison by now. So yeah, isn't that some fucking shit? That's some bullshit, huh? Yeah, we're here, bro. We're not going anywhere. Saying the main thing is about peace, love, joy, and all kinds of crazy ass shit. Crazy ass shit, like my banjo. I love me old banjo. So yeah. Go banjo. If you can't go banjo, you might as well forget about it. Or that's my no. This is my manjo. Hey Lee, this is the manjo. Let's try high density nylon. High density nylon. There you go. Yeah, my cat died, bro, and we cremated him on the forge where I build my metal. Cremated him in a kiln. It was quite magical. You might want to look at that video. I loaded it up with pine sap, um, turpentine, and first time I lit it, it wouldn't catch. Second time I lit it, it went woo. It was like what? Yeah, it was cool. Hey, oh okay. Celebration song. Well, that means I'm going to use my electric. Oh yeah. Celebration. It's time to break the electric out. I missed it. I am moving, but guess what? All these things are coming together now, unbelievably. The man who bought this property, when I get with him, I'm a master carpenter, electrician, all that stuff. This thing needs tons of work. So I'm going to see, well, if I could stay here, do that. Plus, I have all the materials, and he can, I'll get paid a certain amount. It'll be a win-win situation. Definitely be a win-win. Where's me quarter? There's me quarter. So I went ahead to my guitar. I cut that off because it was my damn way. It's a right-hand guitar, and I'm playing it loud. I might need to cut it some more. Yeah, shit, yeah, that's not. Here, let's cut it some more. What you say, boys? I love doing this shit. Get the old handsaw here, boys. I kind of want it. How do I want it? Like this? Yeah, I want to kind of like do it like this. I love it. I love being me. Crazy. Sounds pretty good, huh? It's not going to affect the sound. I just want it out of my way. He's a guitar. He's a serial guitar killer. Steve, look what I'm doing. I don't have a girlfriend, so I'm all stressed out. I'm hammered. Hey, does Miss Balboni have a sister? Wait a minute. I know what. Hey, you got her mother, right? Her mother's cool, right? Has she seen me on the stream? Is her mother as lively as I am? I really do need it. Yesterday after Cheech passed, Scoot passed away. I really could have used someone, female companion, either talk to on the phone, and the two of them that I have been, they weren't not available.
All right. And we'll go ahead and make it look spiffy. We'll go ahead and heat the wood up. Because this is maple. See, boys, doesn't that look pretty? Give it, bring the grains out of it. Hell yeah. All right, just improve the shit out of this. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and maybe start talking on the phone. Did you hear that, Steve, about, I think you're the one who said your mother-in-law or something is single and she's a lively woman. You're in Ohio, so which is a hot mess. I'll be up in North Carolina, so that won't be far. There we go. I have to do a little bit more to it. Now it's definitely not in my way. Now I got plenty of room. I can come down on those low notes with no problem. So what you think, bro? You still with me? I know we were mentioning that, she's lively and you're gonna like to get her email. He might have just took off and stopped on. I'll catch him next time. One of you gentlemen asked him if you would, before he leaves, him and I can talk to him. Oh, maybe I do have his email. Because I think what he was saying that she's a very decent lady. All right. Well, Steve, if you are, if you get, if you're listening, uh, acknowledge. If not, it's okay. I'll catch you another time. It's no big deal. I'm just, we were talking at one point about your mother-in-law. Yes, is a very beautiful person, and but I'm ready to find someone that's decent, that's loving, and bro, you know what I mean, right? How can I say it? Oh, oh, yeah. Um, who knows? I mean, you just never know. But in the meantime, I'm going to focus on what I've got to do, and I have been. Now, Scoot to death was very difficult for me, but I truly believe I set his spirit free. His spirit is free. And it's funny how Cheech, he try to do what he can to be similar to Scoot, and, which is kind of cool. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that's where. I guess you're gone, Steve. It's okay. We'll pick it up another time. It's no big deal. You mentioned that I guess your mother-in-law is a really pretty cool lady, and she might be interested in having some male companionship. But I guess at first, you're in Ohio distance, but I will be heading up in that general area, and in that case, I'd like to meet her. See where it goes. She is single, so I don't do anything else but single. I don't do that kind of shit. Yeah, but yeah. So I'll be taking stuff to the storage unit this morning. It'd be cool. Will be cool. I think I could if I had needed to put the purple version somewhere, but I want to bring it out to the lake. I pay a storage fee. I could store it for $50 a month now. Now they say you can store it there for up to 10 days. Anyway, it looks like all you guys are gone. That's fine. I know you got things to do with Saturday. 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 Sure thing, bro. Hang on. That's complicated. You'd have to really watch the videos. Unless you watch my videos in detail, but I can tell you in the top 5 of who I am. Mr. Top Walrus, good to have you aboard, brother. All right. I think it's just me right now. Can you give me an idea of who you are? I've seen you off and on for a little. Well, let's see. Well, I just want to know what your story. Sure. Oh my God. You got a few minutes? I'll tell you. I'll go back to my childhood. I remember being born very happy, being very harmonious. And however, I knew that my mother was not the one that really shouldn't be around. I felt like I was in the wrong planet. So as time went by, I saw my mother was very wicked. I didn't get a real proper nurturing. And probably the worst thing that happened to me, and then we'll go worse back and forth. But yeah, just listen, and as I will go ahead and tell you about myself. So probably one of the worst things was when I was about 8 years old. My sister, I'm sorry, no, I was 1 year old, and I can remember this. I was 63 years ago, and my sister Debbie, my mother, she was mentally retarded, and my mother didn't. She did not love her. And I remember her saying, "You're no good." And my sister Debbie always had a smile on her face. She was 6 years old. My mother had her removed and put in one of the most evil, and I didn't find out till later on. It was a sanitarium with adults, criminals. My little sister was put into that shit and passed away in 1984 when my brother passed away the same year. So it didn't stop there. My mother said, "You should have been daughters." Said you should have been daughters, and she used to browbeat us. Well, we got thrown out in foster homes, so that was hell. I was separated from my brother for 3 years. It was bad, real bad. So I kind of wish I would have got adopted out, because they moved to Florida. I ended up in Florida. And here I am in Florida now since then. And I was, I don't know, 10, 11 years old, something like that. And it went, it was okay for a while, but then she showed her true colors, and it was hell. And being here, the Hicks, the rednecks in Florida, it was racism, this shit. It was hell. It was like up there it was Meriden, Connecticut, where I was. The school system was beautiful. Just a lot of love. I got bullied. I went through just all kinds of things. My life has been full of bullshit and pain. So I've always been, mechanically inclined. I've always loved to build things, to do this, and pretty much good at anything I've done. So let's zip up from that point. When I was a teenager, and still live with my mother, which was a mistake. I moved out when I was 18. My brother was in Connecticut, Stratford, Connecticut. And I rode a motorcycle, it was a Honda XL 350, all the way up there, and then eventually back down, and back up there, then back down. My brother came down, and we should have stayed in Connecticut. But my mother used her narcissistic controlling shit to, persuade us to come back down, and from there it was hell. My brother eventually did go back to Connecticut, and so I started working at different jobs, and at 16, I moved out. I had my own place, but mind you, my mother, she still had control over me. She was still my guardian, and she made my life miserable. I had a little Suzuki 50 motorcycle, and one morning I heard commotion, and my dad was loading up on the trunk of the Nova and took off with my motorcycle. I don't know what happened to it, and it just went from one thing to another. And so my children, she wished death. She used to say like this, "Why don't you die like that," with that kind of demonic voice. She said the same shit about my two sons, and two of them have passed on. And mind you, it didn't help with her saying that. And probably didn't help. So two sons passed away. Bad divorces. Got hooked on alcohol. Was an alcoholic for a while. That's why I quit 4 months ago. I no longer want it. I don't want it. Don't need it. So here I am, I guess about 30, serious alcoholic, and still my mother has got control over me. It's terrible. It's terrible. But I guess I can go on if you want me to. I guess you can understand what I'm saying, right? Perhaps you can. Hopefully you can't, and perhaps your childhood was better. I can go on. Okay, you got it. All right, so she was very wicked, and my dad, he just went for the ride, and he was a victim. He was working 5 jobs so she could buy a new car every year. Finally, I had enough. I said, you know what? We're not going to communicate with her for years, like freaking 5-6 years, and things got really nice. Then, lo and behold, she showed up and she said, and my mother never apologized, but she said, "Well, I guess if you want us to, we can go ahead and be back in your life." And that to her is like she's doing me a fucking favor, being narcissistic and gaslighting and shit. And I took it hook, line, and sinker, because she is my mother. But then shit even got worse. It's just the energy from her was just off the chart. Hang on, I'll be right back. It was ridiculous. So, it was quite painful for myself. And so she started her shit again, started becoming controlling, destructive. Eventually persuaded me to divorce my wife at the time. And that was a mistake. So she basically went to her fucking grave. I've got so many life stories of things I've done. Went to her grave like that. 87 years old, very evil. I don't think I've ever seen her happy. Never seen her happy. So we'll put her to here. Back in the 80s, 1980s, I got hooked up with these people, and this was before they were basically Blackwater coming, the water agency, and before they were Blackwater was in the 80s. Blackwater they weren't really getting things going until 97. And Eric was a pretty decent dude. So I did counterterrorism and surveillance, and all this is declassified now, and it's very vague. No one's going to be able to figure out anything, But there are, if you go in there, I mean, I know where to go in there, and sometimes I do, and because I sometimes I said, did I really do this shit? Then I go on the website and I go in there and I say, yep, that's me. I fucking did it. So now I'm a musician, and I'm pretty damn good at it. I did do a gig here Wednesday, and I got 10 more gigs. The soonest one is May 17th. A gentleman in Selma, Alabama, and it's a wedding. And he's going to fly me there for a week and have a rental car for me. And it's going to be quite lucrative. So this is who I am now, because no one plays a guitar like I do, or it's not even the guitar. I play the banjo. I play all kinds of musical instruments. And plus, I do comedy, so they get the whole shebang. And so I'm getting paid now 10 times more than what I did back in the 80s. And I need the money because I'm moving. So I have intently put my life, intently put it in a very calm, beautiful place where everything I touch or everything that touches me is for my involvement. And I'm in my zone. So yesterday, after I found out my cat was dead, and that hurt me a lot. I could have really used some womanly companionship. But in fact, there was a couple of ladies that I've been doing video chats. I thought we were pretty tight, but they didn't even respond. I said, I didn't beg. I said, if you could, please call me. I said, I really need to talk to you. And that hurt like fucking hell, man. Yeah, let's go for a walk and let me show you what I got going so far. How about it, bro? You guys are my friends. You guys are part of this channel. You're my family. Walrus. And if the snake was here, we call us. We have so much fun, man. And I think there's a lot of jealous women that don't understand why we have so much fun. They probably think that, well, you have to have a woman to have fun. No, you don't. In fact, this is very opposite. Most women are narcissistic bitches. So let's go for a tour. I am cleaning this place up. I got a storage unit. So let's see. This right here, I bought this at a garage sale, and it's worth $400. It's a bread box, and it's beautiful. And I got it covered up there. That bicycle is worth $300, and I got it for $20. There's my kayak that I pull. See the wheels? I pull that with my motorcycle, and I got e-bikes everywhere. I got engines. I got things. There's my wagon that has a motor on it. Here's my other kayak. And I think you'll see this. These are the mowers that I've got to fix it. But when I had it in North Carolina, I was mowing with this thing. A double fucking reel mower. So this is who I am. This little bicycle here is a heartbreaker. And it's worth $200. I got it for $10, all day long. And over here, we got a Murray Monterey, and it was built in the 70s, and it's worth $300. So, and I have privacy fence over here that I'm going to try to, when I talk, I'm going to be talking to the guy today who bought this property. So I know how to put fences up. So it'll be putting fences in the back and the side, and I got to do that. And I'll see if he'll let me stay here and put some of it for the rent, not all of it. I'll be getting, quite a bit of cash too. There's another mower that I built. That's my Prius that I'm going to take all the, these were the worst years for being unreliable. Take all the mechanical shit out and put a 15 horsepower small engine in it, which will get about 90 miles per gallon. And then as we go back here, just different projects and stuff. And like what I like to do, I stay proficient with Taekwondo, so it's about time to wake up and do that now. So I'll come over here and put this guy here, and I'm just playing. So I do that. And it does have water on the bottom. So this is the purple virgin I think you saw. This is the boat that's going out to the lake. I'm going to do a ceremony for my son's. He was born April 15th. So that'll be, take this out here. I got this for basically nothing. And it's worth between $12,000 to $18,000 when it's fixed up. Riding mower, gotta sell that. And back here, I guess you saw the mower I was building. I don't have time to mess with that right now. But here's what I was doing last night. If you saw the video, I built this. But yesterday morning, I didn't know why I built it. Okay, it was 2,000 degrees. This is where I cremated his ashes. And believe me, they are cremated. Big time. They are cremated. So there's really not much left. And I'll have to go ahead. There is a little bit of his body left, so I'll have to, finish it up. But this thing did not catch on fire, and it should have, because these are just nylon beads. It has some silver. This is made out of wood, and that's electrical tape. And it was hot. So, I've got different projects here. And so now it's time to just simulate, get out to the lake. And I can always, on the boat, I can work on this on the boat. Work on all the bicycles. So, yeah. Yes, I am. I'll come back to it. I see that there is some of his remains left, so I'll go ahead and fire it up again, and yeah. So I'll probably go ahead and use forced air induction, which I should have last night, which will bring the temperature up to about 3,000 degrees. But I'm not doing that today. I did enough yesterday, but it's quite magical. So, like when we were doing it, I kept saying, why? And why this thing got so hot. And in fact, I went ahead and took my digital thermometer, and it was 1,400 degrees right up here, but it did not burn. That's electrical tape. It's not burnt. Now, you tell me. I can't tell you. So, yeah, I'm bringing them to the lake. Bringing them to the lake. So I'll take some of my belongings and bring them out to the stuff that's worth, quite a bit, what I want to keep, to the storage unit. Started doing that this morning. But yeah, that's part of my life. I was in prison for 311 days and should not have been there. First time I was ever in jail, and that was because of oxycodone, hydrocodone. Yeah, this is my son and I originally owned this together. We paid $500 for it. And he was nice enough to just let me have the interest of, so it's mine now. I've got it in my name. And I got the sticker for it right here. And I'm working on the engine. Oh, it just needs a starter. So there's a sticker. It's got a nice trolling motor. It's dirty, but I'm cleaning it up. But until then, I'm going to focus on getting the stuff on the inside, the van, and get it on out of here. So that's what I'm doing, bro. Let's get in here. Find my Tylenol. Oh, I think I left it in the van. I do take Tylenol, and the doctor told me that because of my weight, my metabolism, I can take twice as much as most people without damaging my liver or kidneys. It does help. So I'm allowed to take 5,000 milligrams a day. Sometimes I don't. On a real bad day, I will. Then I take that stuff for inflammation, methylcarbamol, and it works a little bit. I will not take pain medicine because I don't like the the side effect. It's freaking crazy. Oh, yeah, the side effect is unbelievable. Let's see what I do with that towel. Oh, it's in here somewhere. It's gotta be here somewhere. All these things here. No. They must have brought it inside. I got enough stuff to keep me busy for a long time, man. Oh. I'm going to be going easy today because I damaged my hip really bad. And just playing the music for... Oh, shit. I played the music for 2 hours straight, man. And that was something else. What we got in here? Oh, there we go. I forgot I even bought these, man. Hang on a second. I got some stuff to thrift store. These are Ray-Ban, actual Ray-Ban. Not Chinese. These are actually fucking Ray-Bans I got for $3. I mean, fuck, man. What they put out there is ridiculous. So, yeah. So, I think I'm going to go play my music. Go do that at one of these venues that I used to go. I used to play the keyboard. But I play the electric guitar like 10 times better than the keyboard. I just can't get the sound. Any keyboard really is just, you're not really, the only thing that really you're doing is when you do the lead part of it. The rest of it, the drums and the rhythm is all there. Now, my electric, I can do the rhythm, a little bit of kind of drums and bass, and a little more at the same time. Like when I did the gig, the one guy, he was a older guy about my age. He says, "Man, you are all over that fucking guitar." I said, "I've never seen anyone play guitar like that." He said, "You're all over it," and I am. Being Taekwondo, I'm very fast. I'm very deliberate, and but I think this battery is about done. So let's see. That deer in the hi. There's my little baby. What are you doing? Yeah, you love me? Oh, he's getting heavy. Hi, say hi to everyone. Hey, hi, my name is Cheat. Say hi. Hey, hi. Hey, hi. Yeah, he's purring. He's purring. A little peach. This thing kicked the bucket. I got to fix it. Find out what's going on with it. I just fixed it. Hey, I'll take it. I couldn't get it to work. I'll take it all day long. So, yeah, it's just doing video things with, since Scooter had passed away. You were mentioning something about, is that your mother-in-law? That's a nice lady that's single that may be interested in maybe talking with me, or do I have it wrong, or what's up with that, bro? And hang on, and let Mr. Walvers will get back to it. So I really need. So what's up, Steve? Was that true, or I can't? I think it was you, because you're in Ohio. Oh, it's getting ready to go dead. My battery. Let me put it on charge. Maybe I can get it on charge fast enough. There we go. You're still there, bro? Ground control to Major Steve. He made a step. He steps in and out. Ground control to Mrs. Baloney and I will. Okay. Cool. And give her my Gmail, would you? Give her my Gmail. I'd like to go ahead on, but you say, tell me more if you would. I appreciate that. Right now in my life, man, especially after Scooter died, I need to talk to a lady, and just I need to have that female companionship, even if it's at a distance. I'm really yearning for that, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh man. So while we're basically, I worked for Blackwater for a long time, and I had an intense amount of anger from my childhood. And I used that to be tenacious in what I did in counterterrorism and surveillance. It was hell, and being a black belt taekwondo. Oh, that's she's too young. I don't want any. I want someone that. So tell me about her. She like refined. She like. I need a woman that or I can see eye to eye with, that likes to have fun. That mind you, her and I that's a long distance, but at least we can talk over the phone, and then eventually I'll meet up with her, and then I'll be part of the family of baloney. I'll be one of the balonies, Grandpa Baloney. Oh, so yeah, Walrus. It just went from one extreme to another, and finally, when I turned 60, bro, and I'm going to start doing playlists of my life. You might want to go check out Prison Time on my playlist. So at 60, I finally was able to and this was that my mother passed away in 2017. And so, yeah, it took me years to be able to, yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's too wild, to be honest with you. I might, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but she's got a lot of family. She's kind of like, she's a redneck, and she's got redneck family members that I do not get along with. And I think she drinks. So right there, and I know you mentioned that your mother-in-law just drinks a little wine every once in a while, which is no big deal. Yeah. Hey, Walrus, these guys are like, they're like they have my 6 all the time in my corner. Yeah, man, there you go. And I take you guys seriously, big time. So yeah, bro, that sounds good. Sounds good. I look forward to for meeting her. Oh, sorry. Oh man. So yeah, right now, I had I had a really almost died. Had surgery a couple of years ago, and last year I had a bad motorcycle wreck. So, but until I actually decided it was a spiritual aspect of quitting alcohol, I was very unsuccessful. Very unsuccessful. Yeah, man. It's still with me, Baloney. Hey, Baloney. Oh, I know he's busy making a bologna sandwich in there, isn't it? Mrs. Baloney said, "I want a bologna sandwich for breakfast." So yeah, that sounds good. But tell me more, if you would, Steve. Tell me more about your mother-in-law. Tell me more of the details of. I think what I remember, you said she was really cool and like new experiences, and in her 50s. She's a younger lady. If you would, ground control to me. If you're not with me, sometimes YouTube will kick you off for some reason. Let me see if I have your Gmail. I'll just Gmail you. See if I have that somewhere. Okay. A lot. Yeah, I've only and I think on the playlist, I'm going to put more about me. And I'll be honest with you, it's going to have to be in different parts, like part 1, part 2. And I know it'll be inspiring to you guys. And on Touche, I would like to hear a little bit if you'd like to right now, if you want a little bit of your life, I mean, you don't have to go into too much detail, but a lot of us seem to have the same kind of thing that's going on in our life. But yeah, I always think it's something else to. And my channel or our channel is about involvement. It's about, it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. It really does. Put that here. Yeah, put this over here. See if this will. Oh. Why don't I just get? Where did I do with that tripod? I don't know what I did with it. This will work. I'll feng shui it like this. That'll work. There we go. Hell yeah. So now it's charging. And then. So yesterday, man, Walrus, I was in a real low. I don't see when I was drinking, I would start drinking more, drown my sorrows. Now it's like, no, I don't even think about drinking. I loathe drinking. I really hate it. Hang on. I just loathe. Just the concept of drinking is, to me, is just not. It's just not a good thing. There they'll stay. Oh, this old hip. I have a really bad hip here. I started drinking when I was 18, but I didn't drink for very long, and it wasn't much. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't much. But I guess in my 30s, I got really bad. I started drinking a 12-pack a night. I was miserable. I was in a state of, I don't know. It was bad. Big state of depression. And yeah, it was terrible, man. It was just unbelievable. I was extremely depressed. And probably the worst of it was here the past 3 years. I was drinking really heavy, not all week long, but 3 or 4 times a week. But the day that I would drink, I hammered it. You know, the 25-ounce Natty Daddies? I could drink 5 or 6 of those a day, along with a fifth of vodka. And not even blacking out. I mean, I was a professional drinker, but I was destroying my body, my mind. And I thought I was playing guitar really well. If you go back and look at my guitar playing before I got the electric with an acoustic guitar, I thought I was playing. I sounded like shit, but no one could tell me I sound like shit. I wasn't doing my creative things in my life anymore. So alcohol will just steal all your creativity away. So when I figured out it was a spiritual aspect, that's when I was able to just leave it alone. But it didn't stop there, bro. Toxic people, got those out of my life. Prescription medication, very rarely take a pill. I don't take antidepressants anymore. I don't take pain medicine. And I'm intense. So I can go out in the lake and kayak all day long without even getting tired. I lost 65 pounds in the past 4 months. So, and I can help you guys. I can show you how to do it. But let me tell you, it's not easy. If you're not used to a lot of physical pain, it's a lot of physical pain to do it. It might not be what you want, but it's worth it. Yeah. 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 Exactly. It doesn't. It's like me. I'm never gonna insult people's plan. And sometimes, yeah, it's not the most harmonious thing they play. But who gives a fuck, right? They're trying. They have a smile on their face, and I'm not going to be like my brother. By the way, my brother he's a bastard. He physically and mentally and spiritually abused me. Yeah, what did I? There it is. Oh, I'm using my. What the hell? That's right. That's right. And my I'm the show when I go out and play. But it's not only just the musical instruments, my comedy, it's my wit. It's when I have the audacity to say, when a group of Christian women, I say, man, if you want to, you can go ahead and give me a little extra for your ladies to having those orgasms. You believe me, you'll benefit. And they're like, first they look at me, then I'll start laughing like hell. They all start laughing. And let's get this guy here. My daughter gave me the guitar. And it needs strings, but I got it to play like the Delta Blues, like it is. But I don't use a regular pick. Here's the stuff I use right here. It's just a quarter nylon, high density nylon. Happier times actually when I was in foster homes. I was in a group home with other kids, and it was a nice little facility. And I was popular in school, and it was one of the best years of my life. And then there was an old lady. Her name was Florence, and she did the night shift. She'd come in, and she always was just had a beautiful attitude. We'd talk, play board games and stuff. She was like a grandmother. It was something else. It was unbelievable. What can I do? What can I do but laugh? I need a camera person. Bad. I don't have any grandchildren with me. My kids are too damn. They're too fucking busy. I could use a camera person. No, when I was in foster homes, it was in the 70s. Now in the 80s, nah. I was still reeling from my brother passed away in '84, and that was dark for me. And I was just running after women, running aimlessly. And I guess it wasn't bad. When I worked for Blackwater, I did surveillance and anti-terrorism, counterterrorism. That was nice, but when I stopped, and I just decided to quit. We had the option to be able to quit, which was good. It's not like the typical armed forces, because you're your own contractor. No. Blackwater came in existence in '97. That's when Eric and Hal really put it. Blackwater was way. They were back in the early '80s, but they weren't called Blackwater. And mid '80s, I worked for Blackwater, and it's 2 weeks basic training. It is the most brutal fucking. Uh, Typically, basic training like in the Marines, it's nothing compared to Blackwater's 2 weeks. You wish you were dead. You wish you were fucking unbelievable shit, psychological shit, mental shit. They'll say, and when there's no communication with your family members, and here's what they do: they'll say, "Oh, one of your kids unfortunately has passed away, and but they want to go and test you." And the guys that didn't, they would leave. They didn't say that with me, but that's the kind of shit they would do. Everything that we would do to a terrorist, waterboarding is bad. But here's what Blackwater does: they mix it with muriatic acid. Yeah, can you imagine that shit? Then the blender. They had to get information out of terrorists because to prevent future shit. So I invented this thing with the blender. There would be 10 terrorists. They're there, right? They can't see what's going on because they all have hoods on. I'll take the first one and I'll try to get information out of him. He won't. I'll stick his fucking hand down in the blender and take his fingers off. He's screaming bloody murder, and you could smell it. And so these other guys are like, they can't see anything and they're getting nervous. I get the next one, and by about the third one, someone talks. You got to do shit like this to protect our country. Yeah, just the way it is, man. Today, it's totally fucked up. We should not be involved with Iran. Iran is one of the most powerful countries. It's been around for thousands of years. You don't fuck around with them. They just and I would say as Americans, people will underestimate Iran. And what Israel is doing is nauseous. Killing. They don't care if they're killing collateral children. Basically, they're very adolescent. All of them over there, they're all at fault. It all started thousands of years ago. And I have no regrets. No, I can't go back and no regrets. I just move on and just assimilate my life and do things that I want to do now. So what you see is who I am. So what do you do? What kind of work do you do? And tell me a little bit more about yourself. I don't know how much battery power this phone has. Let's see. We got a few more minutes and then it'll kick the bucket. Then I'll have to get some stuff done out there. But oh, yeah, brutal is like that's a nice word to compare what I fucking did. Yeah. So one thing I have in my life is peace. Ah, cool. Yep. So so when you see me doing different project, mechanical or this, that, and the other, you can relate. Yeah. You can relate then, which is good. Yeah. And there's a lot of work available that he can do. So, yeah, I help him. He doesn't understand sometimes the basic fundamentals. But when I was skipping school, I went to the library and learned so much shit. I'd go in there and I'd go in there in a science class and pass all the tests. Didn't even have to attend. So I stay up. I very rarely take a nap. I'm always doing something. Today I'm taking it a little easier because my hip, my son is supposed to be, I need to call him to get some of these furniture moved so I can move it in the storage unit. See if I can get hold of him. I'll probably wait. He worked 8 hours yesterday. I'll probably wait on that. Yeah, man. I got a few of you guys that are from the UK that are part of the channel. Yep. Well, to get serious about it was after I stopped drinking alcohol, and now I pretty much know why I'm doing this. People that are drinking or thinking about drinking alcohol or doing toxic shit to perhaps discourage them from it. That's part of it. And basically to enjoy your life, because you only have one life. And like with Scooter, my cat, I knew he was getting old, but there was no, he wasn't really sick, but who knows? I don't really know. The vet did say that he wouldn't live as long as most cats because he has some congenital stuff going on with him. But I will stay busy doing what I need to do today, and yeah. Yeah, man. So I'm going to get on out of here, Walrus, and you have a most beautiful day, huh?